We got ourselves another Monster Bass box. Time to unbox this and take a look. It did get a bit of a beating, but they usually pack these things pretty well. I am looking forward to the new box design. Let's get right to it. Alright, I've already got this cut open. The Postal Service just loves to damage my boxes. It's crazy. But anywho, let's take a look. Oh, alright. I don't know about y'all, I am missing fishing, because it's getting pretty dang cold here in Kansas. So amped to kind of look at the baits and take a look and see what we got in here. It's just going to get me excited. I do know, I'm going to let you kind of spy in here before I get it all the way open here. This box, I try to pull some of the ICAST baits out. New products, so if you're seeing on here, some new product stuff that's coming out in here. So this is supposed to be a bit of a special box because really we're in that winter season. There's not a whole lot of opportunity for bass right now, although they are still biting. I was out a couple weeks ago and I had no problem. So sticker from Rabbit Baits. I don't know that company, but I have a feeling I'm getting ready to get to know them. Just good. So this is everything in there. We got Booyah, we got Lunker Hunt, we got, what is that? Arbogast, V&M before, which is good. Rattle Trap, Rabbit Baits, X-Zone, Daiichi. Hooks in here. So this was the ICAST box. Next month, the January box, is the Strike King box. So I am excited about that. I've been digging some Strike King stuff. I'm hoping they do a Z-Man box one day in the future. I'd be totally down for that. But anyways, let's stop talking about this stuff. Let's take a look. Right on top, I see the hot item, the Lunker Hunt Phantom Spider. I've seen these at Cabela's, and I'm not quite sure about them, but you never know. I did have the Savage Lures 3D Bat from MonsterBass. It was one of the MonsterBass boxes, actually from Savage Gear. Earlier this year, I thought it was going to be gimmicky, like I'm thinking this may be as well. But I caught a bunch of fish on it. So let's just pull this out and take a look. I'm assuming this is a soft plastic bait. It is. Oh. Now I've got to be real for a second. I do not like spiders at all. And this looks a little too realistic. I don't think my wife's going to be happy about this either. But it is a soft body all the way around. It does squish down pretty good. Very sharp hooks. This will be interesting, that's for sure. Man, look at that. It is just basically a solid black brown body. So I haven't checked these out to see if they're topwater. I assume that they are topwater, which will give us a lot of action on all these appendages. But man, that is, if you wouldn't know about it, you'd think I have a spider in my hand. That's a little bit creepy. All good though. So let me set that to the side. So we've got an Lunker Hunt Phantom Spider hanging out over there. What else we got? We got a Booyah. This is a prank. It's a plopper with a lip. So I've seen a little bit about these. I haven't fished one before. So I mean, popper top water. Usually you got a lip like that and a crankbait. You're going under the water. So they're trying to pull the combo for both. Probably get a lot of crazy action on this, I can imagine. So this will be interesting. Let's see, it's got a little bit of rattle to it. Can you hear that? Not a ton, but that should be fun. I caught my first plopper fish this last year. Again, with a bait out of the MonsterBass box. So let's take a look here. Well, this is interesting. So Arbogast, this is a hula popper. So another popper. This is a black and red. This ought to be fun. So we got a feather treble, got a crackled red, black underbody. Really don't think, not really any rat and rattle. It's just built onto it. Tail looks rather large on, so that'd be interesting. I did do here in Kansas. I did start throwing some black and red late in the season, and it was doing good. Once I grinded a bit, it did me well. So I'm interested in that color. Let's see how that does. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun to throw around. Looking forward to that one. Of course, MonsterBass sticker. Add it to the collection. Plastics V&M. I had some V&M baits a couple boxes back. Drop shot baits. Looks to be about the same side. Oxblood red V&M straight shooter. You got to get these things out of the box. They look well and salted. Yeah, it's kind of a purple red color. With this bottom salt layer that's on here, if you see that on the bottom there, reminds me a lot of a robo worm, just more tapered, a little more action on there. But yeah, very similar to a robo worm. Well, hopefully they'll stay and last a bit longer. And that's one thing, I love robo worms, but they tend to fall apart on you pretty fast. All right, we got the rattle trap with mustad hooks. Look at the colors on that sucker. Box got a bit mush because of good old USPS, but hey, it's still good. So this is a Sunny Go colors. Let's just pop it out of here. Looks like the bait is just fine, but look at the colors on that sucker. Absolutely gorgeous. Rattle. Of course, it's a rattle. It's rattle trap, so it's gonna have a ton of rattle, bit of flake on there. That is gonna be fun to throw around as well. I just love the paint and colors on that thing. All right, so now on to the rabid baits. Ugh. Come on, Postal Service. Listen, every bite is lethal. Green pumpkin orange, rabid shaker. These are crazy. Take a look at this. Let me pull one of these bad boys out of here. Take a look at that. A tapered worm, a tuft of hair, the very back end there. Well, that's really going to change the action a bit and look a lot like a fish fin in the water. These things are super, what's the word for it? They're going to have a ton of action. They're very flexible. I wonder how they float or how they last. I don't want to tear one apart. It feels like they will. Yeah, they will tear. Oops. I'd much rather tear one now than find out on the water. That'll just be a shorter one. That's perfectly fine. So about the standard durability of plastics, not a Z-Man or anything else like that, but this orange tail ought to be very interesting. So that'll be fun to throw. Probably Texas rig that, or heck, drop shot that. You can Carolina rig that. You can do really whatever you want with that. Anything you can throw a worm on, you can throw there. So that's awesome. Some Daiichi red hooks. Looks like 3/0 offset rounds. These are a good hook. Nothing wrong with that. Let's take a look. Just to get an idea. Very bright red. I mean, I've heard contradicting things about red hooks, so we'll have to see for sure. Very sharp. Has a slight upturn right here on the top edge of the hook, hopefully to help with hookups. That should be good, so that'll be fun to rig up and throw as well. And all right, let's see what we got left. X Zone, let's get this block out of the way. X Zone, Ned Zone, nice. Maybe folks don't know, I absolutely love a Ned rig. Any day, any time of year, any water, I'm happy to throw a Ned rig. So we've got a little copper and black flake in there, kind of a little brownish color on top, kind of a paled out green on the bottom. I love this profile. Really digging that for the Ned rig. I'm really hoping this has a good float on the back here. We'll have to see, but yeah, that's going to be an absolute blast to throw in the water as well. So as always, I'm pretty happy with my MonsterBass box. So kind of recap of what we got here. We've got the X Zone, Ned Zone, so the word zone. Plastics on here. We got some V&M. Those would be great for the drop shot setup. We've got some of these rabid baits. I am very interested to see how these little feather tails do. That'll be pretty dang awesome. We got the prank, which is basically your crank and a plopper in one. It's called the prank. Some more hooks, which are always good. We got this arbogast. Arbogast? I don't know how to say it there. Popper with a treble hook on the back end. We got this from Rattle Trap lipless crank. Absolutely beautiful paint. And of course, the #1 item here for this month's box is that Lunker Hunt Spider. That's just crazy, y'all. Another awesome box from MonsterBass. Thanks, guys and gals out there, for putting this one together. I'm a little bit sore and missing some bass time, but I'm hoping I can get the grind in a little bit this weekend and get a few catches in. Might have to throw around a couple of these things just to see how it goes. Well, that's it. That's the December MonsterBass box for the state of Kansas. Unboxed, going into my tackle box. Gonna get thrown in the water here pretty soon. Hey, y'all, know it's cold outside, but if you can, get outside, enjoy nature. If you double bonus, if you get a pole in the water. I know I'm probably gonna go after some trout this weekend. I'm a little hungry. Take care of yourself, my friends. It's just crazy.